Well, they did it again. I knew as soon as I stopped going live, another commitment would happen. And this one just so happens to be one of the hardest hitting linebackers I've seen in years.
You are Locked On West Virginia, your daily podcast on the West Virginia Mountaineers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And what is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I am your host. Welcome back into Locked On West Virginia, baby. Well, we're going live for the third time today. We started our day at 9:30 this morning. Our first video went up 11 hours ago. And you know what, man? If we outwork everybody else, we're going to outgrow everybody else. Can't nobody outwork you. They may be more talented in some areas. They may have more resources in other areas, but they damn sure can't outwork you. And let's get to it, baby. Let's go. Excited about this one. Look, this kid is a stud and overlooked stud at that. And thank you, Raven. I'm glad you're in the chat. And any other moderators we have in here. What's up, Sasquatch? Good to see you, brother. 7 days a week. That's right, Raven. So, and I forgot to ask him his pronunciation for his last name, but I'm pretty sure I can get it close. At least I hope so. If not, I apologize in advance, Miles, for messing up. So Miles Khatri, I'm assuming, or Khatri, one of the two of this kid, the K is silent, is a linebacker, right? And somebody that West Virginia has been involved with for a little while now. He's out of Montgomery Catholic there in Montgomery, Alabama. 6 feet, 212 pounds. And, what a junior season he just had. 117 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 10 passes defended, 4 sacks, and an interception. Let me repeat it. 117 tackles, 14 TFLs, 10 passes defended, 4 sacks, and a pick. This is a versatile, high-motor linebacker, guys, whose junior season really showcased a lot of what his ability is all about. He's, a couple of bullet points I have here on him. His 117 tackles, 14 TFLs, 4 sacks, 10 passes defended, interception highlight his ability to impact the run, the pass, and in coverage. That's 3 things he affects. He can play inside, outside, hybrid, nickel and Sam roles. He could be a great scheme fit for for the kind of defense Coach Zach Alley runs. And his closing speed is going to help this aggressive defense. And when he gets there, he rips your spine out. He rips your face off. He absolutely knocks you out of your shell. And I'm going to show you. This kid is a headhunter in every sense of the word. He gets there angry and with bad intentions. And in some cases, kids don't get up right away. And that's what we like to see, baby. Yeah, let's go. In every sense of the word, he is a headhunter. Bone-rattling hits, thrives in contact, sheds blockers, and disrupts plays with that 14 TFLs. And really, he's a relentless physical specimen of a linebacker slash nickel Sam, which is what he's going to play for West Virginia. He's not really, size-wise, you really wouldn't want to have him in the box in every play anyways, because he could get swallowed up a little bit in there. Not saying he couldn't do his thing. I'm just saying he's better in another role where he has more space, like out in the nickel, like where Fred Perry is going to be this year, right? If you want to talk about his high football IQ on tape, when you watch him deflect these passes, right? The 10 passes defended, the interception, his instincts and ball skills are very, very good for a linebacker. And he reads plays quickly. He breaks off coverage to attack downhill. And he'll stick with receivers in space, even at that, playing at linebacker. Like I said, his athleticism, you'll see once you see it, like, oh, okay, yeah, this kid could be a safety, really, as good as well as he runs. He's 212 pounds. So, depending on what they do with him, he could stay there, or he could add 10 or 15 pounds to handle power forward linemen closely, consistently. His pass rush technique and coverage, his coverage footwork, maybe a little refinement there, but as far as pass rush, excellent. Comes off the edge well. He comes off with great burst, great speed. And look, He's a developmental gem, in my opinion. The kid that you're going to get on campus, you're going to pump some weight into him, and you're going to think, who the hell is this kid a year from now? Don't know if he'll need a red shirt or not. Don't know if he'll have a chance to play as a freshman or not. I lean towards maybe not as a freshman, just because they'll probably want to get that developmental year out of him. But I haven't checked around or asked yet. The competition level at Alabama 3A is pretty good. So you'll take that as well. 5 commitments in one day is one hell of a feat for Coach Rod and staff. So, Khatri's is being the fifth shows they're getting a red hot surge right now. And Henry Weinreich was the guy that offered him back in January, and the staff's persistence has paid off here after his official. I think Coach Alley's ties from Oklahoma probably made him a priority, right? Because Coach Alley, he handles linebackers. But I would say his ties to Oklahoma probably play a big factor in this recruiting battle with kids. Like, you've got the sitting defensive coordinator you poached away from an SEC school that made their defense better last year. It's not like he left on bad terms. So a kid like Khatri probably looks at that and thinks, holy shit, hell yeah, I'd love to play there. So, I think with, early on, he's going to develop, and I think he'll turn into a star. And I'll show you why here in just a second. West Virginia loses 6 of 15 scholarship linebackers post 2025. There's going to be a ton of opportunity for a kid like Khatri to step in post 2025 or 2020. Yeah, post 2025, make an impact. So could the staff see him as a special teams contributor in 2026? Maybe he gets some playing time. And then in 2027, you're talking about a kid that's going to come in and light everybody up, because I think that's very possible. I'll say this too. You look at some of the 247, the rivals buzz. After I show you this tape in a second, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be totally flabbergasted at this kid's ranking. You will be. I guarantee it, which is why I'm so against these recruiting rankings to begin with. Let's get to the hot piss meter. To explain what it is, I have to explain it in every show because obviously I know Miles is probably watching right now, so he's like, what the hell is this? So the hot piss meter is when Coach Rodriguez came to West Virginia, when in an interview somebody said, when asked about can Coach Rodriguez still coach at 61 years old, he said he still pisses hot. He still gets up and pisses hot in the morning. And we as a fan base, we hung on to that because we think it's funny. So here is the hot piss meter, or the recruit impact meter, if you will. I've got 5 categories for Miles here, and they're going to add up to something between 0 and 50. That's how this works. Physicality and aggression is 9.6 out of 10. You'll see when I show you the tape. It's almost as hard as you can hit people. It's incredible. It's like Ryan Clark kind of stuff. The 117 tackles, the 14 tackles for loss, the 4 sacks. He's a true headhunter. These punishing hits and his relentless motor are going to make him a defensive spark plug for us. I take a 0.04 deduction off because of the size limitations. That's literally it. Versatility and playmaking. His ability to rush, stop the run, cover. He's got interceptions. He's literally a 3-phase threat. And in a 3-3-5, this scheme thrives on hybrid linebackers, and Khatri is literally a perfect fit for this. So, obviously I think he needs to polish up a little bit of his coverage stuff, which he's going to have to, and he will, because he's played linebacker most of his life. So, or at least I'm assuming. Program fit and opportunity. This kid is a hard edge to the bone player. 9.4 out of 10. Development and upside, I have it 9.1 out of 10. Khatri's athleticism and production suggests an extremely high ceiling, in my opinion, especially with coaching from Zach Alley and Rich Rod. And he is unranked, guys. And you're going to see, just trust your own eyes here in a second, and you're going to see that he's a steal. And adding 10 to 15 pounds, I believe and here's another thing. He's going to gain some stars this offseason and in the next year anyway. It's just going to happen. He'll at least be a 3-star player by the time everything gets on the dotted line. I guarantee it. Just because he went to West Virginia now, they'll have to look at him. Immediate impact potential, I've got that down a little at 8 out of 10. I think as a freshman in 26, He likely plays a lot, maybe starts special teams, and then he'll leverage that speed and hitting, that headhunter style that he's known for, to earn some limited snaps on defense. And then I think once he gets the learning curve and all that stuff, look out for him in 2027 for a total composite hot piss score 45.5 out of 50, which is one of the highest I've ever given. I don't give them out that high ever. I don't think I ever. I don't even know if I ever have. Maybe for one or two of the basketball players. So let's get to the tape, guys. We'll go to break really quick. I know I've hyped this up like holy. You're probably expecting like Deion Sanders or something, but I'm just trying to give you guys perspective on these recruiting rankings. How stupid they are sometimes. When you see this kid's tape here in a minute, you'll see like he should at least have 3 stars by his name, but we'll show you that next. This is Locked On West Virginia. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia going to be brought to you by FanDuel, y'all. And look, when we talk about FanDuel, we know it's time to do it big because every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. And whether it's a game-winning shot, a breakout player, or what have you, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays because fans have never had more ways than ever to play smart and win big, baby. What would it look like to combine live prop bets and mid-game based on how the action unfolds? Well, you can do that at FanDuel. If you're new to FanDuel, that's fine too. It's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com, place that first $5 bet, and if it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. That's if you win that first $5 bet. Make every moment more today, guys, with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NBA. It's segment 2. We're going to crack a do, but it's going to be a pretend do because we're going to be drinking diet green tea for now because I told people that I would stop drinking so much Dewski. So we're going to crack a green tea. I guess I could have waited until segment 3 to crack a green tea. It's segment 3. We'll crack a green tea. I don't know. Maybe it works. This stuff is freaking delicious, though. I really do like it. I need something that's going to help me get off the Dewski to an extent. Drumwolf, if you ask that question again, but can he rebound? But can he rebound? I don't know. Does he have post moves? I don't know. Is he a big that we can put in the paint on the basketball team? I don't know. I'll ask him about it. I'm also going to tell you guys our conversation. So let's get over here. I'm going to share screen with you guys. Miles, I told you I was going to do this. Hopefully you understood what this meant. So this is our conversation, nothing major, just the questions. He says, they recruited me to play nickel, so kind of a linebacker / safety hybrid. Coach Reinreich was my lead recruiter. He didn't have a top 5 yet, but after his official visit to West Virginia, I knew it was where I wanted to be. So thank you very much, Miles, for telling us that. Just wanted to show everybody what you had to say there. So let's get to the tape now. I put it off long enough, I think. This is a fun one to watch, though. You're going to enjoy it, I think, guys. If I can get it up here, share screen. Okay, here are Miles Khatri's highlights. Let me know what you think in the comments below when you see him play. 6 feet, 203 pounds. It says here he is on the edge. As you can see, coming off the edge, just so he's a blur to the quarterback on that play, a strip sack, and the ball is out. Here he is here. Boom! There's another bone-rattling shot on somebody, and he gets up super hyped. Let me get this music off here. Here he comes down from the safety spot, it looks like, or close to it. Boom! You want to talk about a hit. Look at that thing right there, man. Bone rattler. Boom! There goes the ball. It's gone. And he's fired up on that one too, man. Again and again, this kid makes hit after hit. Here he is here. Coming off, and nice interception as well. Nicely done there for sure. Coming off his receiver, getting a nice pick in face. Here he is again, fighting against somebody quite a bit bigger. Goodness gracious, do you guys see that? Look at the I mean, this kid was trying to kill somebody here. Look at the speed. And he was trying to destroy this kid. This kid comes with a ton of aggression right through him, and look at the so watch how he beats the pursuit angles and watch how he arrives to the ball. He literally tackles through the defender. Boom. Nice hit. Nicely done, man. Here he's coming on here on a blitz. And he just absolutely mauls the running back at the point of attack. Nicely done. He just gets in there pissed, doesn't he? I mean, he is pissed off when he gets there. Boom. Look at that hit. Holy cow, man. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. Like this is a great example. This is literally the perfect form tackle. If you practice tackling on the sled, this is what you look like when they make you, if you've ever played football, whenever everybody lines up and you've got to go hit the sled and practice wrapping up underneath somebody's arms, right? That whole thing. This is exactly what that's supposed to look like right here. Boom. Just a perfect wrap. And look at this kid. And he stripped the ball. Goodness gracious, man. Somebody explain to me how this kid's unranked. I say this shit all the time, like there's no way. There's no way a kid like this should be unranked. But it happens all the time. So thankfully, we've got people on our staff that are looking for kids like this. West Virginia wins with players like this. Reed Williams comes to West Virginia and wins because he was a little overlooked, right? Steve Slayton, Pat White, Owen Schmidt was a Division II player, Division III player, whichever one it was now. And it turned out to be the greatest fullback in the history of our program, right? Jock Sanders, Darius Raynaud. You can go on and on and on and on and on and on. We talked about Jeremy Sheffy earlier, even Dan Moses. Like there is a ton of players in the history of our school that were either unranked or not ranked high. We've had plenty of high-ranked players too that were good. Obviously, you pair those unranked players that you developed with good players like Noel Devine, Tavon Austin, Geno Smith, Stedman Bailey. Sure, you got to have the best of both. But nothing gets me rolling like a kid. When I look at this kid, I'm expecting to see 3 stars by his name, right? Because he is undersized, and I can see why they may not give him 4 or 5 stars. I get it. He's going to have to prove that at the college level. But to say that this kid's unranked, it's just not true. There's no way. I would love to know if people agree with me in the chat on that. You look at how this kid moves around on the field as an athlete. Look at this kid as an athlete. He runs so well. And it's going to be so great in that hybrid role. And just look at him, man. He's so physical. He doesn't play to his size at all. The things he does on the football field, he really shouldn't be able to do at his size. And he does it. He's just looking for contact. That's what they should name him. Looking for contact. That's his name. He's looking for contact. He wants to rattle your bones. That's it. So, do you want a hard edge player like this on the field at West Virginia? I sure as hell do. Look at him get skinny right there and get by the lineman. Nicely done. Uh-oh. What's going to happen? Boom. I knew it. Somebody was going to get hit. You just knew it. God, they had 10 guys in the box here. Maybe 11. What just happened? All right, here he is on the edge again. Did he just body slam somebody and then number 52, his teammate, elbowed somebody? Who the hell's your coach, Miles? What are they teaching you guys? Look at number 52 right here, as well as Miles. Boom! What the hell? Wow, man. Nicely done. So, Miles, I appreciate you for letting me do a video on you. Just look at his, he's got some explosion, man. Boom, boom, he's out. Very impressive stuff, So, love to do a fuller breakdown on Miles, and I'll talk about him more. He's on my radar now. So, him and a couple guys from today. Today is one of the better recruiting days I can remember in years at West Virginia for undervalued players, especially. So, Very nicely done. Miles, congratulations, man. I'm glad you're at a Power Five spot. Let's see if we can send you off with a big hit here. Yep, we sure did. Congratulations, man. And I'll be hitting you up another time. Maybe we'll do an interview sometime in the next few months, brother. But congratulations on your West Virginia offer and all the success. So Raven wants to take her anger out. I appreciate that, Raven. She said in the chat. All right, guys. I am going to jump off of here. Not jump off here. I'm going to go to break. Sorry. And I got a couple other things to show you guys. We got another big time offensive lineman that's going to be choosing between West Virginia and a couple other um, teams. And then we got to talk basketball for a second. We got a couple guys that officially signed with the team today. We want to talk about that too. We'll be right back. This is Locked On West Virginia. All right, guys, we are back here in Locked On West Virginia. Thanks for joining in. And look, it's been a great, great, and fun day to be a Mountaineer. 5 commitments. I'll take that every single day of the week, man. I will take it every day of the week. It's very fun. Some really good players on the list today. This is the third video of the day. Like I said, we started here at 9:30 this morning, and we're working all the way to 10:30 at night. I told you guys about my plan. For those of you who don't know, this has changed my life productivity-wise. Maybe I'm overworking myself because I haven't slept much, but I just want to say it one more time. I've been talking to a therapist, and check this out. If you can break your day down into 3 days, you can whip people's asses, man. And that's what I've been trying to do. Sometimes I can only get 2 days, sometimes a 1.5 day, one day and another half day. But as long as I'm getting more than a day in, I feel like I'm doing really good. You know, if you can get up at 8 a.m., 7 a.m., and work until 2 p.m. and take a little break, that's a day, right? That's almost a 6 or 8 hour work day. Take a little break and then work until 10 p.m. like now, right? That's another work day, right? And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do, right? I'm getting 2 days out of one day. And then if you push that out over a week and over a month and over 6 months, you're toast. You're not sticking with me. So that's the plan, which I've always been trying to do that. It's just to have it put so simply. The way he does it is from 6 to 12, 12 to 6, and then 6 to 10. So, but that's just like that's another gear I ain't made to yet. But yeah, guys, if you ever want to get a little more productive and you do a job that's not like manual physical labor, this is one way to do it. All right, so let's show this picture here. I had it saved. Where is it? So we got a guy, Adrian Hamilton. He's going to announce his top 5 today. Michigan State, Virginia, Pitt, Virginia Tech, and West Virginia. Literally all of our rivals, even Michigan State, because Pat Narduzzi used to coach there. So that's a big time get if we can get him. 3-star player, but I mean, if you watch his tape, he's a pretty good player. Certainly worthy of our attention. So there's that. Just wanted to bring that out to your attention. I do have his tape, but I'm going to skip over it for now because it's just a top 5. If he commits, we'll go over the tape. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over a couple of signings today. So as we share screen, let's start off with Big Mo. Today it officially happened. Morris Ugusuk has signed with West Virginia today officially. So that's a big deal, right? We needed that. We needed to make sure it was going to happen. From Helsinki, Finland, and an incredible shooter, 40% shooter from 3, 6'4". We're going to take that. He's got a bunch of clips here on X. So I would like to watch him, but I'm afraid I'll get hit up, But, I mean, he's literally got clip after clip after clip on here. If you ever get time to come watch, I mean, he is a very, very, very good shooter and somebody that I would love to cover more if I just wouldn't get hit for copyright, guys. And you can see on the screen here, at least I think you can to an extent. Just such a great shooter. And like you see, all these are basically inside out threes. He's a bucket if you do that. If you're inside out three into this kid, it's a damn sure bucket. He just, and look, well, that was a great pass. Yeah, so 40% 3-point shooter, somebody we needed in the lineup, another 6'4" guard. So glad he's here. Certainly glad he's here. And then also we announced the signing of, let me get to the share screen again. We announced the signing of Jaden Forsyth today. So the Xavier flip to West Virginia commit, we have officially announced his signing today. So that's a great thing as well. This kid here it's so funny. We've all talked about it, but or a few of us talked about how similar he is to Jonathan Powell, all the way down to that he flipped over from Xavier, right? So what I thought we would do is, I haven't shown it in a while. Let's watch a little Jaden Forsyth. Since it's high school stuff, we can see what we're getting into here for 2025 with this player. And I'll point out some things he does well, in my opinion. Certainly, I say this a lot, but I'm not the be all end all on any of this. Don't claim to be. But I think I have at least an educated opinion, I would hope, on this. And let me know what you think. So we'll wait for this ad to go away, and we'll watch some Jaden Forsyth 24-25 highlights. He's a fun player to watch on film. Certainly he's got a lot of length, but let's get to it. All right, Jaden Forsyth, and this, I thought, one thing he shows right off the bat in this highlight, I remembered it as soon as I seen this. He's always looking to pull, right? Like that's his goal. He's trying to, he's not really trying to get to the rack. He does go to the rack every now and then, but I mean, he uses an array of dribbling moves and step backs. And you look, this guy here that's playing on him, he's 6'7" at least, right? So he's bigger than Jaden. So let's see how he gets space and how he pulls the trigger on this play. See if there's any music. Maybe there won't be. So this is just a simple what they call hezi now, hesitation, right? This is a quick pull of the trigger, basically. I went back too far. My apologies. Between the legs, and then that's the hesitation, right? After the between the legs, what's he going to do? Right? Nicely done there. And that's what he is, basically, at the end of the day. He's just a great shooter. In transition, he's looking to pull it. And then the great pump fake. Turn this down a little bit. I feel like I'm talking over it. That was nasty. Did you see that? Behind the back, set himself up right here. So right here, see the ball going behind the back right here? And all that is to get the ball in the shooting hand. So all that he's got to do is flip it off, right? And that's what he did. Boom. So, he's got a great jumper. Better than great. Very, very good jump shot. I think he'll help us right away. I'll be interested to see how he translates on defense for sure. Hopefully he's gained a few pounds in muscle, because this kid can flat out stroke the ball. And he does other things too. He can play a little defense. But as far as just a straight-up jumper, this kid can absolutely score it. And there he is on a follow. Shows a little athleticism. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. There's the handles we were talking about. So I love that, he's got some handles going on, which is much needed. I like to see a guy that can get his own shot and doesn't have to be spot up shot all the time. So that's impressive as well. But yeah, I just wanted to show a couple plays of Jaden Forsyth here. Absolutely. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. I appreciate you for joining in. We've had a big day in recruiting. West Virginia doing it big on the recruiting trail again. So we needed it, man. Yeah, that's definitely a small gym, Sid. Before you leave out of here, if you don't care, guys, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're really close to 5,000, and we're trying to do a giveaway for 5,000. Not exactly sure the phase we're in on that. I know we got some moderators and people getting together talking about it. I think we were maybe a signed helmet or something like that, but we'll figure something out. So, just trying to go live a bunch for you guys today. Like I said, I've been at this since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm pretty tired, but I don't ever want to not be here for you guys if you need something or if you want some content. So all I ask is that you keep coming back and showing me some love in return. And Discord link is in the chat. Thank you, Raven. If you want to become a part of the Discord, although it's a little slow, it's picked up now since we've got high school recruiting again, and I'm diving back into that. I will be producing some intel on that here in the coming days, now that I'm hooking back up with high school players again. And if you're into that, if you want to know who's coming to West Virginia or they might be recruiting or who has a chance to come to West Virginia, that kind of thing, certainly come into the Discord and we'll talk about it there. Other than that, guys, I am out of here. I want you to go over to the portal on YouTube as well, though. They do a great job, Locked On Portal, for your second listen. And Brian Smith has the latest rumors, portal entries, and signings. Be the most informed fan on the rapid changes of the college football landscape, where you can find the portal on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. It's been a great day to be a Mountaineer wherever you may be. Hopefully tomorrow is just as good. I'll see you then. Good night, guys.